Excellent. So you've already started the work.
This will be the final finishing. So we complete the renovation. As well the internal design. This will how it will look like at the end of the day.
Very good optical shop right at the
Fantastic. Fantastic. The plans look fantastic.
Also, so you'll have about 11 to 12 examination rooms to cater to that crowd. In addition, we'll have a special clinic where there needs to be specialized exams, but we're trying to keep it in such a way that the subspecialist doctor, when he is present, he does those examinations in his own setup. He set up the same patient from his own clinic going back to his own clinic. To avoid that, we'll do that. So this all will change. The major part will be the waiting area. You know, changing a behavior of the patient is difficult. We have a habit that everybody wants to come to hospital at 10:30.
Right.
There is no staggering. So we need quite a big waiting area. Otherwise, we will not need that many people say, okay, you come, we call you, say your appointment is 2 o'clock. You have one. Everybody wants to come at 10:30.
It's a cultural piece.
Yes.
That we cannot change.
Yes. Yeah. True.
So
So then
these-
we accommodate.
Yeah. So for that accommodation, we need a large space just to keep them.
Right.
So that. After that,
We started last year. Right. So already help of opposite has Emma was here. Yeah, visitor. Okay, this is the this is the that's my dad. Back then.
म भित्र जानु गाउँ जिम्मेवार ल्याएको थियो
So,
This is one place. So we go inside. The classroom. Changing room for male staff. This one male staff. We doors. All these have been changed. Right. Put it on again. So this is the corridor for starting staff. This is auto wash garden. This is wash garden. That's
Shirt. Just cover your shirts. More.
and all these rooms they are renovated. It's quite new look from last year. Now we have more space. Previously, the rooms were the size was same, but the tilings, the tilings, flooring was same. The tilings that all the tilings was changed. होइन मिला यो पनि चेन्ज गरेर होइन
looks really good.
This is for post station little service. Then all the ordinary Swiss basics happen. Yeah, so. Thank you. Mina, के छ भन्नु? You want to say something?
quite-
Change भएको थियो कस्तो भएको छ?
It's quite easier.
It's quite easy for you to work now.
Yes.
Previously it was congested, little bit congested. The ceiling it was there, but the walls
Spacious.
it has been repaired.
Right.
Now it looks attractive and more easy to clean and autoclave.
Right.
That's the main thing.
How do you feel as the professionals working in this space now?
It's quite comfortable.
It's very comfortable.
Right. Sense of pride.
Yes.
Do you want some change, more any change? Do you want any more new changes in OT? What do you think? के नयाँ कुरा के गर्नुपर्छ? See, the rooms will remain like this only because we have this available space.
Right.
We can't increase more rooms.
Manpower.
Yes.
That's the largest
Yes.
need.
Yes.
Largest thing. Yeah, we have started manpower. We have, these are 7 nurses. We have only 4 or 5. And we have 5 rooms. If someone goes, someone is absent, right? Then we are in problem.
Oh boy.
They are quite right. Yeah, we are in sort of nursing staff.
Yeah.
Manpower.
So, nursing staff and an ophthalmologist.
Ophthalmologist
Yes.
also.
But for nursing staff to optometric assistant.
Right. Okay. I want to pay special attention to you. I really like that you made me go back. That was absolutely fantastic for you to do that. It doesn't matter who comes. It doesn't matter who they are. The protocol has to be followed. I'm very, very impressed. Very, very impressed. Yes. That tells me a lot about your heart and your integrity. That's I'm very humbled by that. That's very good.
Thank you.
Okay. Shall we?
Yeah, sure. So you like him to come again and again. So this is infection for patient. The patients now they will come to you.
Oh, okay. So this is
But quickly after patients, no problem. So patients they will need to come one at a time or two at a time. And they are easy problems. All they are doing problems. Another big problem we have is sometimes we have to emergency. Many times we have to refer them to some sort of it's 20 hours.
right.
I think weekly they are coming 2 times.
Yeah, 2 times.
2 times. They are coming 2 times. And we have got a routine anesthetist or a routine GA cases. There is no problem. But if they come some other time, then
Right.
we have some problem. This is also another
Is there a shortage of anesthetists here in Nepal?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We see yes. We see yes. We have got one good central government hospital, one nearby, 2-3 kilometers away. And the anesthetists, they are coming here twice a week. This is also one of the problem.
Great.
And the babies, they are, I think some babies who have a cataract or some other skin problem,
Right.
they are on the
General anesthesia.
They are waiting for something.
Right.
But the duration doesn't exceed more than a month. They get time in a month or so.
Okay.
So we give minor the small OT room setup. If some problem, infective cases, they come with, they are not taken inside because that is quite safe zone,
Right.
strict safe zone.
Right.
And this is infective area. Even this is fully septic area, aseptic area, sorry, aseptic area. But we say this is the dirty room.
Right.
We say that the clean.
Okay. Very good.
Begin fast.
Just tell him to push the focus button. Just I was really impressed with the nursing staff. Just some water would be great.
Sorry.
Down.
Very happy. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, continue.
The space is not an issue.
Yeah.
It's just restructuring and modernizing it.
Yes.
So would like to invite
So we are at the Nepal Eye Hospital. The registration has just started, and as you can see behind us, there are about 200 people already crowded at the registration counters. And for just getting themselves registered, it takes about 30 to 45 minutes, and it takes about 4 hours for them to get a complete eye examination as well. So that will change once we have the new outpatient department, which will streamline. They'll have places to sit. If you just pan around, you can also see people sitting everywhere, and it's generally a big crowded mess. Nobody knows how long it's going to take for them. When will they see the doctor? There's no patient care manager right now here to guide them. So all of those trainings are also in place. And I think once the outpatient department is thing, it will be more sorted out. We are also putting an appointment system in place, so people can call and come. And have specific days for people who need follow-up, specific days for people who are visiting for the first time as well. Now currently it's all merged together, and that's why you see the, it's basically chaos. So, and just one more point to add, today is the weekend. Saturday is the Sunday. Saturday is the weekly off for everybody here. So it's towards the end of the week. And when you come on Sunday, which is actually the Monday for the rest of us, it goes up 3 times. So this is actually the weekender.
So this is slow.
This is the slowest day of the week.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Santosh. Hey everybody, just wanting to let you know that this is one of the only hospitals here in Kathmandu for the eye hospital, and the support that they need from us on the outpatient department is absolutely critical. Most of these people coming from outside neighboring areas get deterred away from not being able to be serviced and provided service in a timely fashion. So our help is definitely needed. Thank you everyone for your support. Bye.
Let's say you any color देखिए ना
माथिको सेकेन्ड लास्टबाट त
14 नम्बर है
टिएनबाट
सुन्नुहोस् त एउटा बन्द गर्नुहोस्
ए हिजो बसेर आज कल आए है आज बैठ के
बेटा
कहाँ बस्यो बा सीता
होटल
नहीं बेटी के बेटी का
बहुत दिन के बाद आ रहे हो, उसका इस तरह नहीं दिख रहा है।
ओ दाइ बिरामी नहुनु चारजना मात्रै पठाउनु धेरै न
शुक्रिया।
लाने खोइ ल
एकदम मोस्ट वेलकम
एकैछिन 5 मिनट लाग्यो
He lives in India, but he helps and works for the whole world.
The global director responsible for the operation ISAC University. The CEO is also here. He is in the project
This time they have, in the beginning also, this institution is specialized in Canada. INGO now, right?
Yeah.
NGO. They are helping establish cousins living.
Okay, thank you. We were here in the 70s, now we are back. This is our second mission to Nepal. We are happy about...
From where you are in India?
Actually, sir, I came from Bangalore, but currently I decided to... And our head office is in Calgary, Canada. So that's where I am also supposed to be. But
Health Minister will be Prime Minister of Nepal.
Mr. Ali Bandari.
He has come just to help to us in this project, especially for this project.
Pleasure to meet you.
Chief guest of the program, Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Health Minister, our guest of honor of the program, Mr. Ali Bandali, President and CEO of Operation ISAT Universal Canada, our special guest, Mr. Kashinath Sir, Global Director, Operation ISAT Universal, respected Dr. Ramprasad Pokhrel, Advisor, Nepal Eye Hospital, General Secretary and member of the Executive Committee, Mr. Y.D. Sakoda, Regional Director, IAPB, Mr. Dr. Santosh Moses, Regional Manager, South Asia, Operation ISAT, Vice Chairperson of the local ward of Bungmati and Champi, ward number 9 and 22nd, media personnel, medical director, group of ophthalmologists, postgraduate resident doctors, paramedicals, my fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Together with all the distinguished guests this morning at Nepal Eye Hospital. As you all know, Nepal Eye Hospital is the oldest eye hospital in Nepal, where it celebrated 44th anniversary just a few months before. Nepal Eye Hospital, besides its long history of providing eye care services, has also been deeply involved for providing training in producing ophthalmic manpower now available in most of the eye hospitals of the country. Over the years, eye hospital is delivering eye care services in the process of eliminating curable and avoidable blindness with special focus to poor people and underprivileged communities. Since last couple of years, Nepal Eye Hospital has focused its effort in overall capacity building, consisting of upgrading hospital facilities, all specialties to be equipped with technologically modern equipment and supported with well-versioned and efficient human resources in an effort of providing a highest quality of eye care service at the best hospital as well as reaching to the remote areas by conducting outreach program around the year. Renovation of the existing operation theatre and converting it into a modern operation theatre in last year, based on the criteria of World Health Organization, is one of the remarkable efforts in this effect. I'd like to extend our high note of appreciation to Operation Eyesight Universal Canada for supporting us in this regard. We are happy to mention with another important and generous support extended to us in renovating the ground floor, including the upgradation of outpatient department, which construction is already in progress. In fact, these are not the only areas which I mentioned right now that Operation Eyesight Universal Canada is supporting us. The relation between our two institutions dates back to more than 3 decades, where Operation Eyesight Universal has supported us when our hospital was at its infant stage. I feel proud to inform that the ground floor and the first floor of this building where we are now was constructed with the humble grant assistance provided by Operation Eyesight in the year 1983-84. Besides the upgradation of Operation Theatre and being upgraded of outpatient department, Operation Eyesight is supporting in identifying 4 clusters in and around Kathmandu Valley and establishing Vision Center at Khokana under the program of hospital-based community eye health program being conducted since 2016, and with the continuation of this program, we have reached at a point of declaring avoidable blindness free of 10 communities of Khokana cluster, which is taking place shortly from now. Operation Eyesight has been so kind in providing observation training to our ophthalmologists and a wide range of professional courses to our paramedicals and the management staff. With the beginning of community eye health program, besides the exchange of visit of high-level officials between our two organizations. I am glad to share for having privilege to declare avoidable blindness-free community for the first time in Nepal, which is going to be a model for the same program to be carried out in the future in all the remaining clusters, and also a departure point in achieving ultimate objective of Nepal Eye Hospital in declaring Kathmandu Valley as a avoidable blindness-free area based in the future, based on our future roadmap. For that, of course, we need to formulate a pyramidal structure to the existing clusters to conduct the program covering the said areas step by step under the project of Community Health Outreach Project, and we are confident that we will be able to achieve this goal working together hand in hand as we are doing now. With this, once again, I would like to extend a heartfelt appreciation to Operation Eyesight Universal for all the generous support and the ongoing collaborative program in an effort of achieving our common goal of providing highest quality eye health program, and looking forward for more closer relationship in the future. And lastly, once again, I would like to welcome Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Health Minister, our guest of honor, and all the distinguished guests and the media personnel for being with us in the course of celebrating this declaration program, 21st September 2018. Thank you very much. Now I would like to request Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Health Minister and a guest of honor, President and CEO of Operation Eyesight Universal Canada, to jointly unveil the Declaration Board of Avoidable Blindness Free Program. And your character. Thank you so much.
The end.
Nepal is so Bandari, but actually Bandari village. Look at
We have the
Bandari toll.
yes, we have the Bhandari and there is Bandari inside. And our senior most advocate is there, Bhandari.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, give a big hand to applaud this declaration. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Santosh Moses, Regional Manager South Asia, to give his presentation on the partnership.
Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Nepal, respected dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries off the dais, staff and management of Nepal Eye Hospital, friends and colleagues. It's a great honor for us to be here almost 40 years after the partnership with Nepal Eye Hospital started to declare the first set of villages avoidable blindness free in the Kathmandu Valley. My presentation will focus a little bit about the partnership history and also what we are here to celebrate. So Operation Eyesight globally was founded in 1963 by Dr. Ben Gullison, and our headquarters is in Calgary in Canada. Our South Asia operations are managed out of Hyderabad, and that's where most of us come from. Our vision is to eliminate avoidable blindness, and the mission is to prevent and restore sight. In South Asia, we are present in 5 countries, Nepal inclusive, and in Africa, we are or will be present in these countries very soon. So in Nepal, we are working with 2 partners, Nepal Eye Hospital here in Kathmandu and with Fatehbal Eye Hospital through the Nepal Netra Jyoti Sangh in the Beri zone of Bardia district of Nepal and the Terai region. So with 12 projects in 2 partners, we are on track to screen about 300,000 patients, perform over 25,000 sight-saving surgeries, dispense 30,000 spectacles, and like Major General Gale spoke about, our focus is also on capacity building of various cadres of eye professionals. So our partnership with Nepal Eye Hospital, we are very fortunate to have Dr. R.P. Pokhriyal here, who will also talk about it in detail, how the partnership started with art and way back in 1974. And it's a great honor and privilege for us to be back here after so many years to celebrate what the hospital has done and also look forward to what we can do together. I'll let Dr. R.P. Pokhriyal talk more about the work and the partnership and history, but that formulated the basis for us to expand our interventions in Nepal, and we were at one time with 5 partner hospitals right across Nepal. For various reasons, we had to pull out of Nepal in 2001-2002. But then, thanks to the interventions of Dr. G.P. Pokhriyal in 2014 and Mr. Y.D. Sapkota, who was the regional coordinator for IAPB, who convinced us to come back and work with the so-called Mother Eye Hospital. And most of the ophthalmologists and eye professionals have originated from this hospital. And so we took it up as a challenge, but unfortunately, because of the tragic earthquake in 2015, we had to wait till 2016 to be able to launch our partnerships. And our partnership with Nepal Eye Hospital revolves around 2 broad thematic areas, hospital improvement and community eye health. And going beyond, we expanded our partnership to Nepal Netra Jyoti Sangh with the Fatehbal Eye Hospital. So in terms of hospital improvement, there was a detailed hospital assessment conducted. So LV Prasad Eye Institute, as most of you know, is our global resource center. So in partnership with them, we had done a detailed hospital assessment. Till date, we have trained about 32 eye health professionals from the hospital itself in a very short period of about 2 years. And this year alone, we plan to train another 30 people so that we will be ready for the renovated and upgraded outpatient department. Infrastructure development has been a key area, and I think most of you sitting here are aware of the modernized operation theatre, which was supported by the Gerald A. Cooper Key Foundation through Operation Eyesight, which was inaugurated late last year. We have also established our first vision center in Toka, the suburb which is to the north of Kathmandu. So these are pictures from the Operation Theatre inauguration by the then Vice President of Nepal. In terms of capacity building, like I said, we have trained about 32 IL professionals, but going beyond, we also trained close to 100 primary healthcare workers of the government who are working in these 4 clusters, so as to also advocate and push towards eliminating avoidable blindness in these areas. Several of the staff have travelled to Hyderabad for training, and we have done a lot of on-site training, and it also shows the commitment when the chairman of the hospital and the CEO also visited Hyderabad to understand the systems. So it's something that reflects on the commitment and the passion of the leadership of this hospital as well. So this is what we are anticipating the outpatient department to look like in December when it is ready. So we are very fortunate to have a young architect ably supported by the management of the hospital, and at Operation ISEC we are very proud that we will be able to support this initiative. For those of us working in the hospital, we know how difficult it is day to day with the patients having to wait and the doctors having to struggle to get this up, but very soon we will have this up and running. The Vision Center was a key component, and we have established a Vision Center which was supported by the Cole family. It was inaugurated last year around the same time, and since then it has become financially sustainable, and we are very proud of the fact that this Vision Center will now be integrated with the primary health center which has been constructed at Toka very newly, and we will move our Vision Center to their premises on World Sight Day of 2018, and that will be a truly integrated model where we are able to integrate primary eye care with primary health care. In terms of community eye health, like Major General spoke about, so we had our first hospital-based community eye health program in Nepal, and when we had started this program in Nepal, we already had about 50 projects running in India, but we learned several lessons, made a lot of changes to the project to suit the conditions here in Nepal, and we have selected 4 suburbs covering 4 different zones of Kathmandu, and one of the zones will be declared avoidable blindness free today. So we have covered a population of about 54,342. Initially the plan was to cover a population of about 75,000, but because of the earthquake we found a lot of people had migrated out of their homes, some of them had passed away, so we had to cut down on the population. We have trained about 14 community health workers and like I said 90 government primary health care workers. So we are very proud of the fact that the entire team is made up of women and led by women as well. So as part of the door-to-door survey which was covered house to house, we found the prevalence of visual impairment and blindness to be 1.7%, which was on the lower side when we compare to India, but quite high when we look at within Kathmandu itself. So this set us thinking what would be the prevalence going beyond Kathmandu Valley itself. So in the last 2 years or 1.5 years since the project has been running, we have screened about 6,000 people, dispensed about 800 spectacles and performed about 534 surgeries, and also advocated and pushed for people who are not accessing primary healthcare services to access those services. This is in terms of immunization, antenatal and postnatal checkups primarily. Coming to why we have gathered here today to celebrate the first set of avoidable blindness free communities which have been declared in Nepal. So we have followed a well-vetted methodology which consists of these steps, and I will quickly take you through each of these steps. So in terms of prioritization, we looked at the villages which have the which need to be prioritized, and we had selected in the first phase about 10 village communities. So in ward number 22 and ward number 9, Bhukmati and Champi, in Khokana cluster towards the south of Kathmandu. So the first step was in terms of community mobilization, talking to the community leaders, various stakeholders. Some of you are present here today, the teachers in the schools, and also people who beneficiaries who are blind and who had incurable blindness, to understand their need. Also talk to them the need for eliminating avoidable blindness in their area. In terms of the second step, to do a complete re-survey. So the survey was done about a year ago. So we had to do a complete re-survey where we identified newly identified blind patients and those with visual impairment as well. So our health worker went door to door and re-surveyed the entire population. So behavioral change communication is a critical component in terms of sustainability. So going beyond, so it's not that once a village is declared avoidable blindness free today, there will not be blind people or people with other eye conditions tomorrow. So the idea is that they should know how to access care, know that they have to have a checkup after the age of 40, that cataract is curable, a pair of spectacles can change their life. So that is something which is done very intensively to promote health-seeking behavior in the target communities. Apart from the resurvey, we also use the optometrists and the paramedical ophthalmic assistants here to go to the field and re-examine those who are incurably blind or have any other medical conditions, because the health workers are not trained to do that, and going beyond those who are deemed to be medically unfit or have any other problems are brought to the hospital and validated. And I'd like to thank Dr. Indu Dungal, who is the medical director of the hospital, who had taken personal interest in re-examining all the patients who had any other eye conditions or any other health conditions to be validated. The final approach, of course, was the treatment in terms of surgeries, in terms of medicines, and in terms of spectacles. We were very honored to have the then President of Nepal visit the hospital on the 43rd anniversary and interact with the patients who were operated from Khokana cluster, the villages which we are going to declare avoidable blindness free, and provide post-operative spectacles to those patients from those villages which we are declaring today. The penultimate step, of course, is empowering the target communities. So we wanted to have the communities to have ownership about the declaration and avoidable blindness free. So what was the knowledge in terms of the eye diseases? What was their knowledge in terms of where to go if they have any eye condition? And what is their knowledge in terms of the avoidable blindness free concept itself? So 3 participatory studies were conducted in different parts of the community, just to vet their knowledge and thing. And finally, of course, we are here to declare the village avoidable blindness free, and today some of us will travel to Bhugmati and Champi to unveil the board in front of the target communities as well. The final step, of course, is documenting all the information so that we can also later publish some of this information. We have come up with a checklist for declaring these villages avoidable blindness free, and all the steps you have seen have been validated and verified by both the hospital team as well as the team from Operation Eyesight. So like I said, we are here to declare 10 villages, so that's the board we will be unveiling at the Bhugmati community in Lalitpur and Champi. So we have performed 46 surgeries from these communities, and very interestingly, 43% of the surgeries performed were on visually impaired or blind people, and more importantly, 68% of those surgeries were on women. As all of us know, the prevalence of blindness is higher among women, and we need to do, in terms of gender equity, more surgeries on women, and we are very proud of the fact that close to 70% of those operated were women. In terms of spectacles also, the number is very high. Even yesterday, I think some of the spectacles were dispensed, and that's why we don't have the breakup, but it's above 50% in terms of spectacles dispensed as well. What's very gratifying for us in terms of impact is the visual impairment and blindness prevalence from the resurvey has come down from 1.4% to 0.58%, and the prevalence in terms of blindness is 0.005%. So the way forward is to declare more villages in the Kathmandu Valley avoidable blindness free. So we have planned for 10 during the World Sight Day on 11th of October, and another 30 to be declared by end of the year, and another 100 to be declared by end of next year. Like CEO sir spoke, we are very excited and looking forward to having the modernized outpatient department, which will be ready for inauguration in December, January of early next year, and that's something which will change. So I'd like to end my presentation by thanking all of you, thanking the management and the CEO, and by also adapting a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. So avoidable blindness in our region is not news. What is news is that we now have the approaches and models to actually eliminate it, and that process has started. So we all believe that this is just the beginning, and we look forward to the day in the near future where we can say that Kathmandu Valley or Nepal as a whole is avoidable blindness. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Santos, for your presentation, highlighting the main details of the partnership program being carried out between our two institutions. Now I would like to request Dr. Ram Prasad Pokhrel for a few words. with a special focus in the historic relationship between our two institutions. Sir.
And thank you. Chief guest, Honorable Minister of Health and Deputy Prime Minister, members of the OU, who have come all the way from India, and our members of the eye hospital and all the dignitaries. Actually, this eye hospital is the symbol of friendship between the people of Canada and Nepal. Because if the hospital was not it was developed about 42 years back. It started with a few examples. Say, when I was examining my patient in the old gold block over there, I find one patient having a dendritic ulcer. I examined him and he was better. He wanted to have second opinion. And I wrote a letter to him to London, Murphy Eye Hospital. He was examined there, and after he came back, he said, the doctor there in Murphy Hospital said, there is no better treatment than this, go back to the same doctor. Then he came back to me and said, I want to pay you. And said, I don't need any money, but if you can help me, I want a hospital over here, can you help me? Actually, this fellow was the advisor to the teaching hospital at that time. This was developed by the Canadian project, teaching hospital Maharashtra. And this person said, if you really want to help me, kindly recommend my problem to Canadian Embassy in New Delhi. I requested him. And he recommended to Canadian Embassy in New Delhi. Mr. Bailey was the ambassador. He sent the First Secretary David Hitch to find out the problem. And after his recommendation, he said, embassy doesn't have much money, I can give you $500. If you want to do something, you will do it. But he said, I accepted the $500, and by that, I trained 5 other girls who were helping us at that time in the eye hospital. And then he recommended to the Canada. And after that, 2 months back, this fellow came to me in Kathmandu. I'm the name. And we discussed about it. And with the support of the OEU, by this fellow and me, they contributed the money. And by that money, this hospital was built. That was 42 years back. And at that time, he gave me 40 lakhs rupees at that time. By that, the ground floor and first floor was built by that money through the optional eyesight university. And some part left was also helped by the Japanese government and English other. But now I am glad that after so many years, you are coming here to help us to renovate this building, OT part, OPD part and other things. So this hospital is really a gift from Canada to Nepal to control the blindness program and research activities, other things. I am very glad you are helping us, so I would like to thank you very much. I have written a book about the Reaching on Rich. This gives all the details of how the eye care program developed in Nepal. And this gives all the information about OU and other things, how it happened. I like to give this present to you so that you know all about that. So I am glad that you are helping us to upgrade our system, other things as well. As regards to blindness, we did the survey in 1980, and after that, the main cause of blindness in that time was cataract. Second was trachoma. Third was xerophthalmia, like this way. But now, within about 4 decades, the cataract blindness has been reduced. It cannot be controlled because whenever people grow old, they all get captain. But it happened there was no medical college at that time. So most of the people were trained in India. I sent about 20 people to All India Institute, RP Center for training, MD courses. 6 people I sent to Manipal. And all of them we sent them PG Chandigarh. Like this, most of the people were sent outside. But now Nepal has got the facility to train PG program. And with your support, we have been grateful to all of them. Thank you.
With this now, I would like to request our guest of honor, Mr. Ali Bandali, President and CEO of Operation Eyesight Canada, to address the declaration program. Start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very proud and excited that we're here able to declare the first set of villages, and I emphasize the first set of villages as avoidable blind free. I thank you, Your Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Health Minister, for your participation today. It shows not only yours, but your government's commitment in eliminating avoidable blindness in Nepal. So thank you very much. Thank you. A special thank you to Dr. R.P. Pokre for bringing us here in the 70s. Also to Dr. G.P. Pokre for bringing us back in 2014. Last night, I was fortunate enough to meet with Mr. Chairman Vishwa Manali and his board of directors, as well as the CEO, Major General Daman Dale. I can tell you this, the leadership of this hospital is exceptional, and I am looking forward to working with them much more closely in the future as we eliminate avoidable blindness in Nepal. I also thank Mr. Sapotka, the regional coordinator for IAPD. A special thank you to you as well. IAPD has played a critical role in the partnership here in Nepal, and I wish to acknowledge that. We believe this is just the beginning, and in partnership with the Nepal Eye Hospital and others in Nepal, we can look towards continuing to make a significant contribution to the avoidable blindness elimination. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the community leaders from the villages themselves, the project team led by Anisha, who gave me a fantastic tour today and into the work. It's exceptional work, as well as the hospital management and staff themselves, who I got a chance to meet earlier today. But particularly I would like to thank, especially with you here, Your Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, the people themselves, the communities themselves, for taking on the responsibility of their own health as their part of this important partnership. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our donors, Gerald Cooper Keys and the Cole family, for their ongoing support to Operation Eyesight in Canada, to helping us use their generosity here at the Nepal Eye Hospital through various initiatives. Our OEU hospital community-based eye health partner model is changing lives village by village, not only here in Nepal, but also in South Asia and in Africa. I am looking forward to collaborating more with other eye NGOs here in Nepal, and also supporting the Nepal Eye Hospital develop a pyramid model of eye care, which I envision that no one in the Kathmandu Valley will go needlessly blind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ali, for a very inspiring speech. I am sure the relationship that exists between our two institutions will further enhance in the days to come, and in your tenure as the President and the CEO of Operation Eyesight Canada. Now, I would like to request the Chief Guest, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and the Health Minister, to hand over the token of love to our guests and the certificate of appreciation. Mr. Kasinath sir. Dr. Santos. We have a ward chairman, Champi, ward number 9, Atmaram Thapa, the local stakeholder. Kedar Vasnet, in charge, Bungmati Health Post. We have few hours staff of high health care project.
Slide 5 accident.
To start, Anisha Guru, project coordinator. Sushma Taman, data entry operator. Pandey, vision technician, who is in charge of Khokana Vision Center. Thank you, sir. Could you kindly remain seated? We have one of the beneficiaries who got the eye treatment under this project. He is going to share his feeling and experience after he got the treatment. म तपाईलाई बोलाउँछु जयराम विष्ट यहाँ आउनुहोस् त तपाईलाई लागेको यो ट्रिटमेन्ट गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि कस्तो यता आउनु अनि यहाँ बोल्नुहोस् है यहाँ
मलाई आधा हस्पिटल धेरै राम्रो पहिला केही पनि देखिन्थेन अहिले एकदम राम्रो भयो अब पहिला त के हो के पनि नदेख्ने अनि फेरि यहाँ यो के हो त्यति कालोबाट पनि रहनु थालेँ म मेरो रेखा नानीले थाहा गरे एकदम खुसी लाग्यो मलाई यहाँ आँखा हस्पिटल एकदम खुसी छ एकदम अहिले त त्यो पनि देख्छु म
You can see the small needle now.
न त के पनि नदेख्नु यहाँ के हो यहाँ यस्तो सुँग्नु पर्ने यस्तो गरेर हिँडेको थिएँ नानीहरूले धेरै राम्रो गरे रेखा नानीहरूले अहिले हजुरहरूको आशीर्वाद चाहिँ एकदम राम्रो छ नानीहरूको पनि आशीर्वाद
उहाँ क्यानाडाबाट आउनु भएको
भेरी नाइस
Very nice to see you as well.
You want to do something English?
उहाँ पनि क्यानाडाबाट आउनु भएको यहाँको सबै प्रोजेक्ट हेर्ने हामी उहाँ नै हो है ल धन्यवाद
Very nice.
We're very happy.
Happy.
Very, very happy.
Yes.
Thank you.
ल धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद जयराम विष्टजीलाई Now I'd like to request our Chief Guest, Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, to address the declaration program. Sir.
President of the hospital, guest of honor Mr. Airline, Bandari, President and CEO of Operation Eyesight Universal, Canada. Member of the Executive Committee, Nepal Eye Hospital, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me express my sincere thanks to Nepal Eye Hospital in providing this opportunity to grace the honor as chief guest of such an important event of avoidable blindness free community declaration program. I would also like to welcome the President and CEO of Operation Eyesight Universal and his team and extend my sincere thanks for your generous support to Nepal Eye Hospital in an effort of providing quality eye care service in Nepal. I am pleased to know about the historic relationship that exists between Nepal Eye Hospital and Operation Eyesight Universal since the beginning of this hospital. On the behalf of Ministry of Health and Population and Government of Nepal, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Operation Eyesight Universal Canada for your wide range of support, including avoidable blindness free community program, which have been declared just a few minutes before. My heartfelt appreciation goes to Mr. Eli Bandali, President and CEO of Operation Eyesight Universal, and I wish the relationship between the two organizations will further flourish in the days to come. Finally, I would like to thank Nepal Eye Hospital for your continuous contributions as a pioneer eye hospital in providing highest quality of eye care service as well as in producing ophthalmic manpower in the country since the time of inception. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, sir. We are pretty much encouraged with your kind words and your address to this declaration program this morning. Lastly, the chairperson of the program and the chairman of Nepal Eye Hospital, I'd like to request to be here for a vote of thanks and concluding remarks of the program today. Chairman.
Guest, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Health Minister Bhupendra Yadav, President and CEO of Canadian Operation Eyesight, Mr. Ali Bandali, and the Global Director, Mr. Santosh, Kashinath, and Regional Director, Mr. Santosh, my team friends, executive friends, and guests, and member of the staff of the eye hospitals, and journalist friends. Today we are very much proud and happy having this program. Blindness is the course of any living creature. And this is very important. As you heard, a harsh mouth speech from Jairam ji. He was blind. Now, how happy he is. So we have taken this mission to declare Nepal as a blind-free country. I was Rotarian. I was the president of the Rotary Club, a part of it that time. The Rotary started the polio-free world. After 10 years, we became successful. We declared polio-free world. So the most important thing is the commitment and sincerity. So I believe on actions rather than words. So let's work together partnership is very important. Government to people, people to people, and some organization to national to international organizations. So we are having partnership with a very reputed international organizations which is known to the world, mostly to the third world. So we are happy and proud of your cooperation to us. So let's see in the days to come the actions, the impact. So I believe on actions rather than words. So with these few words, once again I thank you very much, and mostly we all are grateful to our chief guest. You have been here, sir. And so one thing I have to request to the chief guest, being a health minister, we have apex body of the health systems, and the head office is on the third floor of this hospital. The head is the health secretary. So that body is not functioning very well, and I hardly see any effective meetings and the coordinations among the institutions. So under your dynamic leadership, if you take note these things, if you make it more effective, there will be more coordination among us. Otherwise, there is a duplication of the services, waste of resources and some kind of duplications, and it will help to, we have very limited resources. It's a third world, poor country. So we have limited resources. We have to utilize our resources in the best way. And for that purposes, we have an apex body here. It's under the government, under the health ministry, and the health secretary is the chairman of that committee. So he should be very dynamic person, and he should coordinate all hospitals and for us also. This is very important, and under a dynamic leadership, I think this will be more effective institutions. So health is very important. It's a fundamental right of human beings. So even our constitution has guaranteed fundamental rights, but the resources are very limited. So you must try to utilize maximum the limited resources. That's the way of the skill of the ministers, of the third world. So with these words, I hereby declare this session is closed now. And is there any other? Okay, thank you very much. All the best. Have a good day to you all.
Sir, could you kindly remain seated? I'll take just 2 minutes to take a group picture. I'd like to request all the members of executive committee to line up just a bit.
अनि फेरि उहाँ एक दिनले मलाई सिकाइदिएको तिनवटा असर देखेको हुन्छ अनि फेरि यहाँ गरेँ यसो गरेँ
एकदम अनि अहिले अब झन् अब बढी
धेरै खुसी लाग्यो धेरै धेरै
He is very happy.
Oh, that's good. Good. Maybe Kushi. Okay, thank you so much.
Lock. They wanted to have it outdoors, right? They shifted to a house because of the
गाउँमा पनि आएका छन्। यसै विषयमा थियो अपरेसन आइसाइट एउटा क्यानेडियन संस्था हो र यो संस्थाले विश्वको विभिन्न ठाउँमा आँखा स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्रमा योगदान पुर्याउँदै आएको छ। यसै कार्यका प्रेसिडेन्ट तथा प्रमुख कार्यकारी अधिकृत एली बण्डालीज्यू हामी समक्ष हुनुहुन्छ। साथै ग्लोबल डाइरेक्टर काशीनाथज्यू उहाँ पनि हामी समक्ष हुनुहुन्छ र हाम्रो साउथ एसियाका अपरेसन आइसाइट युनिभर्सलबाट डाक्टर सन्तोष मसेसज्यू पनि इन्डियाबाट यहाँ हामी समक्ष हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँहरूलाई जोरदार तालीका साथ र हाम्रो मायादेवी आमा र लक्ष्मी आमालाई हाम्रो अतिथिज्यूहरूलाई ढाका टोपी र खाता पहिराइदिनु हुन अनुरोध गर्दछु। धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद हाम्रो मायादेवी आमा, लक्ष्मी आमा र बालकुमारी। मुक्त क्षेत्रको लक्ष्यसहित आँखा अस्पताल र अपरेसन आइसाइट युनिभर्सलको सम्बन्धमा जोड सम्बन्ध गाँसियो। ओयुले विश्वासको भावनासहित विश्वको विभिन्न ठाउँमा दृष्टिविहीनहरूलाई दृष्टि दिँदै योगदान पुर्याउँदै आएको छ। विश्वको विभिन्न ठाउँ इन्डिया, बङ्गलादेश, मालदिभ्स, श्रीलङ्का र अफ्रिकी मुलुकहरूमा आँखा सम्बन्धी कार्य गर्दै आउनु भएको छ र आज यस प्राङ्गणमा नेपालमै पहिलो पटक यहाँहरूको ठाउँ बुमती वडा नम्बर 22 को 8वटा गाउँ र छम्पीको 2वटा गाउँलाई हटाउन सक्ने अन्धोपना मुक्त क्षेत्र घोषणा गर्न गइरहेको छौँ। यो चाहिँ हाम्रो नेपालमै पहिलो पटक र यो एउटा नमुना पनि हुनेछ। म यहाँहरूलाई आजसम्म हामीले अन्धोपना मुक्त क्षेत्र घोषणा गर्नको लागि के कार्यहरू गरौँ त्यसलाई विस्तृतमा भन्न गइरहेको छु। मलाई ट्रेनिङ दिएर यहाँहरूको गाउँघरमा घर दैलोमा पुगेर सर्वे यानि कि आँखा जाँच गर्ने कार्यक्रम गर्नुभएको थियो। त्यसपश्चात आँखाको रोगी हुनुभएकाहरूलाई अस्पतालसम्म लगेर उपचार गराउने, आँखा सम्बन्धी जनचेतना जगाउने, आफ्नो आँखा स्वास्थ्यको लागि आफै जागरुक हुनुपर्छ भन्ने भावनासहित यो कार्य सम्पन्न भएको थियो र आज हामी यहाँहरूको प्राङ्गणमा हटाउन सक्ने अङ्गपना मुक्त क्षेत्र घोषणा गर्ने क्रममा छौँ। कुनै पनि कार्यलाई लक्ष्यसम्म पुर्याउन एउटा लगनशील इमान्दार व्यक्तिको आवश्यकता पर्दछ र यस कार्यलाई आज यो शुभ दिनसम्म पुर्याउन यहाँहरूकै गाउँको छोरी बुहारी हजुरहरूले जे भन्नुहुन्छ हाम्रो रीता खड्काजी सुरुवातदेखि नै लागि पर्दै आउनु भएको छ। आज सम्मान र प्रशंसाको साँच्चै लायक व्यक्ति हुनुहुन्छ। म हाम्रो भर्खरै हाम्रो नेपाल आँखा अस्पतालका प्रमुख कार्यकारी अधिकृतज्यू रिटायर्ड मेजर जनरल मिस्टर दमन बहादुर कलेज्यू हामीहरू समक्ष उपस्थित हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँलाई जोरदार तालीका साथ स्वागत गर्छु र अब म हाम्रो रीता खड्काजी सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य कार्यकर्तालाई सम्मान स्वरूप खाता र मायाको चिन्ह प्रदान गरिदिनु हुन हाम्रो अपरेसन आइसाइट युनिभर्सलको प्रेसिडेन्ट तथा सिइओ एली भण्डारीज्यूलाई हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। रीता खड्का फ्रम खोकना क्लस्टर विथ साथु र टोखाका सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य कार्यकर्तालाई गर्दछु अनि टोखाबाट अमिता महर्जन र साथुबाट विनिता नमिसानी हुनुभएका लोकल स्टेक होल्डरहरूलाई चाहिँ थाहा हुन जरुरत छ कि हामीले के गरिरहेका छौँ र आजसम्म जति पनि हामीहरूलाई साथ दिनुभयो त्यसको लागि म हृदयदेखि नै यहाँहरूलाई धन्यवाद भन्न चाहन्छु। वार्ड चेयरम्यान छम्पी वडा नम्बर 9बाट अघि नै हामीले उहाँलाई मायाको चिन्ह अस्पतालको प्राङ्गणमा प्रदान कोही पनि यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ टोलका सोनारज्यू र उहाँसँग आउनुभएको सदस्य हुनुहुन्छ लाई एउटा हामीले सर्टिफिकेट अफ अप्रिसिएसन राखेका छौँ। कृपया लेख्नु अनुरोध गर्दछु। पोस्टबाट उपस्थित हुनुभएको सत्रु प्रसाद शाहज्यूलाई आफ्नो संस्थाको लागि हामीले एउटा सर्टिफिकेट अफ अप्रिसिएसन प्रदान गरेका छौँ। कृपया थ्याङ्क यू सो मच। धेरै महत्त्वपूर्ण हात रहेको छ हाम्रो बिरामीहरूलाई हस्पिटलसम्म लग्नको लागि उहाँहरूलाई सुविधा दिनको लागि उहाँले धेरै नै सहयोग गर्नुभएको साथै हाम्रो हेल्थ वर्कर रीताजीलाई पनि उहाँले पेसेन्टहरू काउन्सिलिङ गर्नमा साह्रै नै सहयोग गर्नुभएको थियो। उहाँप्रति हामी धेरै नै आभारी छौँ र उहाँलाई पनि एउटा सम्मान स्वरूप मायाको चिन्ह प्रदान गरिदिनु हुन एली भण्डारीज्यूलाई म हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। यहाँहरूको सहयोग हाम्रो लागि धेरै नै महत्त्वपूर्ण रहेको छ र आउने दिनहरूमा पनि यहाँहरूको सहयोग रहिरहन्छ भन्ने म विश्वस्त छु। धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद यहाँहरूलाई। अब म केही 2-4 शब्द राखिदिनु हुन हाम्रो लक्ष्मी मायाजीलाई अनुरोध गर्दछु। लक्ष्मी माया महर्जन कृपया आइदिनु हुन अनुरोध गर्दछु। Sir and Hasina sir, Santosh sir, she is the beneficiaries from our project.
अपरेसन 2 पटक भयो, एक फेरि गर्यो, एक पटक यही फेरि गर्यो अनि अहिले राम्रै छ, नराम्रो छैन। उहाँ रिताज्यूले राम्रो हिसाबले मेरो आँखा बन्द भएको थियो, उहाँले गर्दाखेरि मलाई चाहिँ नि राम्रो छ, अहिले नराम्रो छैन। त्यति हो।
She is saying is she was blind during the period when our hospital-based community program was not there, but and now she is able to move here and there. She is able to do work by herself. Yes, she is very happy and she want to convey her heartfelt gratitude towards our program, hospital and OEU. र अरू कोही त्यस्तो आँखा सम्बन्धी समस्या भएर बस्नु भएको छ भने पनि पक्कै पनि म विश्वस्त छु कि यहाँहरूले भन्नु सक्नुहुन्छ कि समस्याको समाधान छ भने त्यसलाई लुकाएर र डराएर बस्नु हुँदैन भनेर आउने दिनमा यदि कुनै त्यस्तो अवस्था आएमा। धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद। अरू म हाम्रो शिवराम बानियाज्यूलाई आफ्नो 2-4 शब्द राखिदिनु हुन अनुरोध गर्दछु।
सहयोगी संस्था लगायत सबैलाई हार्दिक स्वागत पनि छ यहाँ। अब यो कार्यक्रम आफैमा अत्यन्तै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ। आज यस क्षेत्रमा अन्धोपना मुक्त क्षेत्र घोषणा गर्नलाई जुन किसिमको यहाँ खटिने हुने सम्पूर्ण दाजुभाइ बहिनीहरू र विशेष गरी हस्पिटलका आँखा अस्पतालका मा कार्यरत त्यो क्षेत्रका भाइ बहिनीहरू जसरी लाग्नुभयो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि नै यो आज सफल हुन लागेको हो। र हामीले अब आँखा भन्ने कुरो अति महत्त्वपूर्ण छ जो चाहिँ नि अत्यन्तै अब जति वृद्ध हुँदै गयो त्यति कमजोरी आँखाहरू हुँदै जाने र जति चाहिँ नि वृद्ध हुँदै गयो त्यति फेरि देख्न पर्ने त्यति उज्यालो चाहिने। त्यस कारणले गर्दाखेरि अब यो आँखा हस्पिटलले जुन किसिमले अब यस गाउँ क्षेत्रका विशेष गरी बुमतीको यो 22 नम्बर वडा छम्पीलाई चाहिँ नि विशेष प्रायोरिटीमा राखेर जुन किसिमको मुक्त क्षेत्र घोषणा गर्ने कार्यक्रम हो, हामी अत्यन्तै आभारी र खुसी छौँ। त्यस कारणले गर्दाखेरि यस क्षेत्रमा लाग्नुहुने सम्पूर्ण हाम्रो भाइ बहिनीहरू विशेष गरी रिता हाम्रो यस क्षेत्रबाट धेरै खटिएको बहिनी हो त्यो। त्यस कारणले मलाई चाहिँ यस्तो यस्तो कार्यक्रम हुँदैछ होइन के गर्ने दाइ भनेर भन्ने किसिमको कुरा पहिला धेरै पटक गर्दै आउनुभएको थियो। अनि मैले चाहिँ हौसलापूर्ण तरिकाबाट चाहिँ नि ल गर्दै जाऊ, सहयोग गर्दै जाउँला, यो त अत्यन्तै महत्त्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम छ, यो त छोड्नै हुँदैन। त्यस कारणले गर्दाखेरि अब अहिले हामीले 22 र चाहिँ नि अब यो विशेष गरी छम्पीलाई तोक्यौँ भने अब क्रमिक रूपमा पछि गएर फेरि अरूहरूलाई पनि अरू गाउँमा पनि तोक्दै जाने र यसै गरी मुक्त बनाउँदै जाने सबै बुवा माहरूलाई चाहिँ नि विशेष गरी उमेर चढेकाहरूलाई चाहिँ नि उज्यालो छर्दै जाने, उज्यालो दिँदै जाने गर्दै जाउँ। र यसको लागि चाहिँ नि आवश्यक पर्ने अब थप सहयोगहरू के आवश्यक पर्दछ त्यसमा चाहिँ अब हामीलाई जानकारी भयो भने हामीले मात्रै होइन, अब हामीले भनेर हुने सङ्घ संस्थाहरू होइन को छ, महानुभावहरू कति छ होइन, त्यसमा चाहिँ कुनै पनि किसिमको कमी कमजोरी हुन नदिने गरी अब म विगतमा सानो मैले गरेँ होला, तर अझ म यसले चाहिँ यो आजको जो कार्यक्रमले मलाई जुन किसिमको प्रेरणा दिएको छ, हौसला बढाएको छ, यसले अझ म चाहिँ नि अझ उत्साहित भएको छु र अझ सहयोग गर्न म तयार छु भन्ने वचन दिन चाहन्छु। र यो विशेष गरी यो कार्यमा सहयोग गर्ने संस्थाहरू चाहिँ नि प्रेसिडेन्टलाई चाहिँ विशेष धन्यवाद यस क्षेत्रको तर्फबाट र त्यो संस्थासँग आबद्ध हुनुभएका अन्य महानुभावहरू जो गेस्ट भएर अहिले आउनुभएको छ उहाँहरूलाई पनि विशेष धन्यवाद दिँदै र यो मुक्त क्षेत्र घोषणा गर्नुहुने सम्पूर्ण चाहिँ नि बुवा उहाँहरूलाई होइन अब यो आँखाबाट चाहिँ नि होइन अझ राम्रो उज्यालो पाउनुहुन्छ भन्ने आशा गर्दै र यहाँ यो ठाउँमा जो होइन प्रणामी युवा परिषद यो प्राङ्गणमा जुन कार्यक्रम राख्न आज सफल भयो यसको लागि क्षेत्रका दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरू जो सबैले सहयोग नगरिकन यो सहयोग यो चाहिँ सफल हुँदैन। त्यस कारणले सबैको सहयोगले मात्रै यो सफलता प्राप्त भएको हो। यसको लागि खटिआउन हुने हस्पिटलका आँखा अस्पतालका सबै होइन भाइ बहिनीहरू र गेस्टहरू र उपस्थित सबै दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीलाई धन्यवाद दिँदै र मलाई पनि यो मायाको चिन्ह प्रदान गर्नुभएकोले अझ मलाई ठुलो हौसला प्रदान भएको छ र अझ काम गर्ने उत्साह जागेको छ र अझ सहयोग गर्न म तयारी छु भन्दै तपाईँहरू माझमा बिदा हुन्छु। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
अब म हाम्रो अपरेसन आइसाइट युनिभर्सलका प्रेसिडेन्ट तथा सिइओ आली भण्डारीज्यूलाई आफ्नो 2-4 शब्द राखिदिनु हुन हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। आई वुड लाइक टु रिक्वेस्ट प्रेसिडेन्ट एन्ड सिइओ अफ Operation Eyesight Universal, Mr. Ali Bhandari, to say a few words.
Shama kare. I'm really sorry that we were late.
उहाँले भन्नुहुँदैछ कि उहाँ क्षमा प्रार्थी हुनुहुन्छ हामी ढिलो आएकोमा भनेर।
Thank you to the dignitaries that have come today to help us celebrate. Thank you very much for coming.
यहाँ उपस्थित हुनुभएका सम्पूर्ण अतिथि तथा यस कम्युनिटीका स्टेक होल्डरलाई चाहिँ उहाँ हृदयदेखि नै धन्यवाद भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ।
They say that sight is life, and today is a celebration for you, because congratulations to you for doing your part in taking back an important part of life, which is your sight, and helping us celebrate today on eliminating avoidable blindness in this village.
कुनै पनि कार्य गर्नमा सबैजनाको हात हुनुपर्छ र यहाँ गाउँका समक्ष मान्छेहरूलाई चाहिँ उहाँ के भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद। यस कार्यमा आज हामी जहाँ हटाउन सक्ने अन्धोपना मुक्त क्षेत्र घोषणा गर्दैछौँ, यो चाहिँ यहाँहरू बिना असफल नै हुन्थ्यो भनेर भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ।
Before I leave you, I would like to say thank you to Anisha and her team, who deserve a big round of applause for all of their hard work.
उहाँ के भन्न चाहन्छु भने आजसम्म जति पनि हाम्रो टिमले जति पनि दुःख गर्यो हजुरहरूले देख्नु भएको छ। रिता दिदी भोक प्यास नभनिकन यहाँहरूको सहयोगमा जति पनि जुटिराख्नु भएको थियो त्यसको लागि चाहिँ हामीहरूलाई पनि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ।
धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir.
म चाहिँ नेपाल आँखा अस्पतालको प्रमुख कार्यकारी अधिकृतमा कार्यरत छु अहिले। आज नेपाल आँखा अस्पतालमा ठुलो सेरेमनी भयो, ठुलो फङ्सन भयो, जहाँ चाहिँ उप प्रधानमन्त्री तथा स्वास्थ्य मन्त्री चिफ गेस्ट रूपमा आउनुभएको थियो र क्यानाडाबाट यो अपरेसन आइसाइट जुन चाहिँ संस्था छ जसले आज यो प्रोग्राम यहाँ सञ्चालन गरिरहेको छ त्यहाँको चाहिँ अध्यक्ष तथा प्रमुख कार्यकारी अधिकृत क्यानाडाबाट आउनुभएको आली भण्डारीज्यूबाट चाहिँ यो 10वटा गाउँको अन्धोपन निवारण क्षेत्रको रूपमा घोषणा भयो। यो हामी सबैको लागि खुसीको कुरा छ। यो त्यसै अहोरात्र भएको होइन, ओभरनाइट भयो होइन। हामी चाहिँ अपरेसन आइसाइट भन्ने क्यानाडाको चाहिँ ठुलो संस्था हो। यो संस्थाले यहाँ मात्रै होइन अरू विभिन्न देशमा, अफ्रिकन कन्टिनेन्टमा, अफ्रिकै महादेशमा, एसियाको अरू देशहरूमा यस्तो प्रोग्रामहरू चलाइरहेको छ र हाम्रो यहाँ पनि चाहिँ आजभन्दा 3 वर्ष अगाडिबाट हामी यो कार्यक्रम सञ्चालन गर्दै आएका छौँ। तपाईँहरूलाई थाहा छ हाम्रो चाहिँ यो टिमले र तपाईँहरूको चाहिँ यही नै चाहिँ हेल्थ वर्करहरू चाहिँ हामीले नियुक्ति गरेका छौँ। उहाँहरूले चाहिँ अहोरात्र तपाईँहरूको घर घरमा गएर सर्वे गर्यो अनि यहाँको जनसङ्ख्या निकाल्यो, जनसङ्ख्या कति चाहिँ पुरुष कति महिला, आँखाको रोगी कति भनेर चाहिँ अनि चाहिँ फेरि यहाँ चाहिँ एजुकेसनहरू शिक्षा दियो आँखाको बारेमा। अनि हामीले यहाँ चाहिँ डक्टरहरू पठायौँ, हेल्थ वर्करहरू पठायौँ यहाँ। त्यसरी अनि जो जसलाई चाहिँ अपरेसन गर्नुपर्छ उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ आँखा हस्पिटलमै लगेर हामी चाहिँ अपरेसन गऱ्यौँ र आजको मितिसम्म हामीले चाहिँ जे जति आँखाको रोग हामीले निको पार्न सक्छौँ त्यो हामीले चाहिँ निको पारेका छौँ। भविष्यमा हुनसक्छ फेरि बढ्न सक्छ, तर के भने हामीलाई एउटा आँकडा भएको छ। त्यस कारणले यसको लागि चाहिँ क्यानाडाबाट यसरी उहाँहरू आउनुभएको छ तपाईँहरूको घर दैलोमा, त्यसैले यो हाम्रो लागि पनि बडो खुसीको कुरा हो र आउँदो दिनहरूमा यो चाहिँ बढ्दै जान्छ। अहिले यहाँ 10 वटा गाउँ भयो, भोलि चाहिँ 20 वटा गाउँ हुन्छ, पछि 30 वटा गर्दै गरेर हामी चाहिँ हुनसक्छ 5 वर्ष 7 वर्ष 10 वर्षमा यो काठमाडौँ भ्यालीलाई नै चाहिँ यस्तै किसिमको अन्धोपन निवारण मुक्त क्षेत्र घोषणा गर्ने हाम्रो जमर्को छ आँखा अस्पतालको। र यसमा चाहिँ हजुरहरूको धेरै सहयोग चाहिन्छ। As I said, Ali, you are here all the way from Canada, and we are pretty much happy that we have been able to receive the eye treatment due to your very helpful organization that is being carried out in different parts of the world. Also, thank you very much for that. Let me share one thing that it is such a coincidence that we have been able to establish a very good working relation between our two organizations. Since the time we re-established our relation in 2015, am I right, Kasinath sir? 2015, when our official from Eye Hospital and the OA team from Hyderabad, led by Kasinath sir, we meet each other, and that has become a milestone to carry out our collaborative activities. It is all because of the efficient leadership of Kasinath sir and Dr. Santosh, Anup Zimba, and many more who has been frequently visiting Nepal Eye Hospital in Nepal. It's a very fantastic environment. Thank you very much, Kasinath sir and Dr. Santosh. From that time onwards, he is visiting frequently. How many times, Kasinath sir? It is more than 7 times now? Yeah, with
4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times. And so as with Dr. Santosh, we have been able to establish very comfortable environment, and I hope this situation will go on and on in the future. Thank you very much, President and CEO of Operation Eyesight Canada, Mr. Ali. It is our, we are happy to find you with us. Since we met yesterday and we are still together, a friend of mine in Eye Hospital, they are very encouraged to work with you, and we hope in the days to come, in your tenure, our collaborative activities will enhance more and more, and we want your assignment to be for a longer period of time so that we can work together in the days to come. मैले उहाँहरूलाई यसरी हाम्रो घर दैलोमा चाहिँ यस्तो प्रोग्राम लिएर उहाँहरू यसो दुःख गरेर आउनु भएको छ क्यानाडादेखि यहाँ आउनु भएको छ। यसरी अहिले तपाईँहरूसित हामीसँग भेट भएर हामीसँग उहाँले चाहिँ खुसी बाँड्दै हुनुहुन्छ। यो ठुलो कुरा हो, यो ठुलो चाहिँ सामाजिक सेवा हो, मानव मात्रको सेवा हो। उहाँले हामीलाई चाहिँ धेरै सहयोग गरेर नै हामीले यो चाहिँ प्रोजेक्ट सञ्चालन गर्न सकेका छौँ। त्यसकारणले यहाँहरू सबैको तर्फबाट चाहिँ मैले उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिएँ र आउँदा दिनहरूमा यो अन्त्य होइन, दिस इज नट द एन्ड, दिस इज द बिगिनिङ। ओके, यो प्रोग्राम चाहिँ यो अन्त्य हुने होइन। अब यहाँबाट यो चाहिँ एउटा मोडेलको रूपमा ल्याएको छ हामीले, एउटा नमुना हो, sample project. Okay, then we'll start up now many more projects like this, not only in Khokana, So next time we are going to declare same sort of declaration program in Thankot. Who is the health worker from Thankot? Yeah, she is the health worker from Thankot. So subsequently, I mean, Aru Usman will continue the same this thing. Okay. So with this, फेरि पनि यहाँ सबैलाई चाहिँ धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. अब हामी हाम्रो डिक्लेरेसन बोर्डको रिबन काट्न गइरहेका छौँ. I would like to request our guest from Operation ISAT to proceed forward for a declaration cutting program.